Hello kids, so welcome to the new chapter, and in this chapter we are going to explore a new application of MS Suite, that is Excel. Okay, so let us explore and understand what is MS Excel all about and what it helps us to do. So let's move forward and explore the chapter. Okay, can you see these two pictures? Which picture shows items that are easy to find? Tell me, in the first one or in the second one? Of course, the second one, because they are properly arranged, right? Why is it helpful to keep the things organized? It is helpful to keep the thing organized so that we can find anything quickly and use them in a proper and a precise manner, right? We can get the results very quickly. Okay, so when you have a lot of information, especially numbers, it is the best way to keep them organized. MS Excel or Microsoft Excel is a powerful software program designed for the purpose, right? It is used for the particular purpose, okay? It helps you to organize data in rows and columns and perform calculations and create charts. So it is used for organizing the data, not just organizing the data, but you can also perform many operations on it. It is a very popular software when we are talking about the businesses and the accounts, okay. Accounts or any particular charts when we try to make. So we use this MS Excel, okay. In the offices it's used a lot. A spreadsheet, what do we call it? The MS Excel is a software, and what do we create in it? We create a spreadsheet, okay. A spreadsheet is the computer program that displays data in a grid of rows and columns, okay. Grid means like your maths notebook. In your junior classes, you had maths notebook with a grid of boxes. That's a grid of rows and columns. This grid gives you is used to store and analyze information. MS Excel is the most popular electronic spreadsheet program, okay. So what is an Excel file called? The Excel file is basically called a workbook. What do we call an Excel file? Like a Word file is called a document, a PowerPoint file is called a PPT or a presentation. Over here, the Excel file, underline this line, it's important, is known as a workbook. Okay. By default, each new workbook contains a worksheet. What is a worksheet? Worksheets are basically one sheet. This particular one sheet is known as a worksheet, and when we combine many worksheets together, it becomes a workbook. So you can say a workbook contains many worksheets, or the pages of your workbook is a worksheet. Okay. Okay. Worksheet is a grid where you work. You can add more worksheets to your workbook, right? How do we start? So for starting, you will go to the start button. Where do you find that? The left bottom corner of your desktop, okay. From there, you will scroll all the list of programs, or you can even type over here, whichever way you want to go for. Then you select the MS Excel or the Excel 2016. You can see the icon over here. Just recognize this icon. This is green in color with an X over it, okay. And you can click on the blank workbook. Blank workbook will basically help you view this particular workbook. Your workbook will open. Now, when your workbook opens, let's explore the different parts of the workbook. Okay, so the topmost part is always known as a title bar, which displays the name of the workbook that you have given. If you have not given anything, it will name it as book 1. Okay. This is the quick access toolbar, which contains the basic 3 options. You can add on others, and there are many others also. The basic 3 options are save, undo and redo options. We have explored them in previous chapters also. This is the complete menu bar, in which we have file tab, home tab and so on. The complete rectangular portion just below the menu bar is known as your ribbon, which contains all the commands and the tools which you can use for working on the workbook. This is very important. It's a name box. Name box basically tells the name of the cell in which you are working. We'll just understand what we mean by cell. Right now, just understand that each particular box that you can see of the grid is known as a cell, and each cell is given a name, right? So this name is displayed in the name box. Okay, wherever you click the active cell, that is known as an active cell. Active cell is basically the cell in which you are working. you are typing something, or you have selected it. Okay, that's an active cell. Okay, formula bar. This bar, you can see fx written over here, and the bar just ahead of your fx is your formula bar. It is used for applying any formula that you want to apply on your data. It is also used for viewing the data, the text that you have entered in your cell. Everything is appeared over here. Okay, over here you can see a sheet 1 written. These are the sheet tabs. You can add on new sheets using the plus button over here. You can rename them and you can add any number of sheets. The rectangular line just at the bottom is known as your status bar, which tells us the status of the workbook. And over here you can see the view bar. View bar is basically scrollable, which you can use for zooming in or out your presentation. Okay, and this is the scroll bar for going up and down, because a worksheet is a huge it can contain many number of rows and columns, so going up and down and left and right is possible only through these scroll bars available there. Okay, so we have just gone through all of them. You can read them. Any problem you can ask in the comment. Quick access toolbar we have done, title bar, ribbon, formula bar, we'll explore them more in the further on chapter. Name box I'll explain again later on. Worksheet area. Worksheet area is basically the area where you are working. This complete thing is your worksheet, where you will type your data, right? Okay, and the column header are basically A, B, C, D. Can you see the columns? These are your columns, A, B, C, D alphabets. These are your columns, and 1, 2, 3 are your rows. So you can say one horizontal line, one vertical line is one row, and one horizontal a sleeping line is a row, and a standing line is a column, right? You can say it that way. Okay, column consists of letters, and they are written on the top. Row header, they consist of 1, 2, 3 numbers, and they are representing each row. Cell is an intersection. Underline this box. It is the intersection of a row and a column, and each cell has a unique address, which always starts with the column number, and then it goes to the row number. It includes the row number. It is always named like this. First the column number and then the row number. Okay, do underline this. Active cell. Active cell is basically the currently selected cell in which you are working. Sheet tab is basically, I told you at the bottom, you can add on any number of sheets using the sheet tab, and it is also displaying how many sheets you have. Now working with a workbook. So how can we work with a workbook? The very first thing we need to do is enter the data in it, right? For entering the data in it, what do we need? We will just click on the cell you make to active. First you will select the cell where you want to enter the data, right? After that you will type your text or the number you want, like okay, then you will press enter, and when you press enter, the data will appear in it, and your next cell just beneath that cell will become the active cell now. Okay, creating a new workbook. So first, how we will create a new workbook? We will go to the file tab over here. After that, you will this menu will appear. In this, you will just click on the new, and within the new, select the blank workbook. Once you select the blank workbook, the workbook will appear. Okay, now how do we save the workbook? Once you have done with your work, you have typed all the data in the workbook, you want to save it. For that, again you go to the file tab, then within it you will use the save as or the save option, and the shortcut is Ctrl+S. Very good. If you are saving it the first time, or you want to give it another name, use save as option. The dialog box will appear, this one, save as dialog box. You can select the location from here or here. The location will appear. Just give the name of your workbook, and once you have given the name to the workbook, just click on the save option, and the workbook will be saved at particular location which you have selected. I am repeating, go to the file option. From there you can select save or save as. Once you have selected the save as option, the dialog box will appear, and you can select the location where you want to save the file. After selecting the location, give the name to the file and just click on the save button. It will save. The save option, do not give another name to your file. It takes the same name which you have saved earlier with. If you want to change the name of the already saved file, use save as option. If you want to give it a new name, give a take a save as option. If you want to just save the updated part, use the save button. For the very first time, if you have never saved your workbook, both of them will work equally well for giving a name to your file. They work same. Okay. Next is opening a workbook. Once you are done with the workbook, you closed it and went away. After a few days, you want to work again on it, you want to update it. So you need to open it. So for opening a workbook, again, you will open the file tab. In that, you will go to the open menu. Open menu, you will browse the location where you saved it. This dialog box will appear. You can select the location and then the file. Once you have selected the file, just click on the open button and that file will appear on your workbook. Okay. You will just click on the open and the shortcut is Ctrl+O. I told you the shortcut for save also, that was Ctrl+S, and the shortcut for opening is Ctrl+O. Now closing the workbook. For closing the workbook, you just need to go to the file tab. In the file tab, you just click on the close option, and as you click on the close option, it will ask you whether you want to save the changes that you have made or you do not want to save the changes, or you want to cancel the close operation. So you select either of them, and if you select the save option, the file will be updated. If you select this don't save option, the file will remain in the previous way it was saved, and cancel means you will go back to the workbook and you can continue with your updation part. Okay. Next, okay, so we have explored today what do we mean by Excel, what is MS Excel basically, what all, how can we open it, how can we type data in it, how can we close it, save it, and make changes in it, right? So let us see how much did we understand and learn today. An Excel file is also called a document? No, that's a Word file. Presentation? No, that's a PPT file. PowerPoint file, and the workbook is your Excel file. The address of a cell is shown in the address is always shown in the name box. Name box is basically the box in which when you select an active cell, its name is given over here, and the name I told you is always contains the column number, alphabet, and then the row number, that's a number of your cell. Okay. The interaction of a row and column, I made you underline this. This is a cell. Which key do you press after typing data into the cell? Once you have typed the data into the cell, what do you press? You press enter so that the data is fed in, and you move to the next cell, just beneath it, next row. Which tab do you click to save a workbook? For saving a workbook, you go to the file tab. A grid of rows and columns in an Excel is known as a worksheet, right? We can include any number of worksheets to make a workbook. The dash contains tabs and the group of commands. It's a ribbon and it's common to all the MS Suite applications. A combination of a column letter and a row number. Column letter and a row number, I just now told you, is the address or the cell address, we will call it, right? Okay. The selected cell with a green border, the cell that we have selected and we are working with, is known as an active cell, right? Active cell is the cell in which we have selected and working with. The dash is a worksheet, the dash in a worksheet are identified by numbers. Numbers are your rows and columns are your alphabets. So the option rows is the correct option for the same. You just feed in the answers. You write down the answer. I have marked it. Okay. Forward to the next one. What is the address of the active cell? What is the address of the active cell? I'll tell you how to do your address and I will find it. Okay. So B3, right? So name address of the cell will be B3. Did you understand how did we get to the address? First, you will see which column is it, and then you will see which row is it, and then you will write down the address. You can even get this address in the name box. Where is the name box? C. This is the name box, right? Name box basically contains the name of the address of the cell, active cell, and this is the formula box which contains the content of your cell. Okay, so the two boxes are there. You have understood both of them. Name box, the address of the cell, and function box, formula box. Basically, formula box contains the content of your cell. Okay. What is Microsoft Excel used for? Tell me. Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet software which is used for creating worksheets and workbooks for organizing the data and working on it, processing it. Okay, define a row, column and a cell. Row is the horizontal line. Row is the horizontal line which is numbered by 1, 2, 3, right? Column is the vertical line which is numbered by A, B, C, D, and cell is the interaction of a row and a column. And the box or the area where row and column interact is known as a cell. Okay. What is the difference between the workbook and a worksheet? Worksheet is basically one grid of rows and columns where you save your data, and a collection of many worksheets is known as a workbook. Okay. Write the steps to enter the data into the cell. What are the steps to enter the data into the cell? First, you will select the cell, particular cell where you want to enter the data. Once you have selected that particular cell, then you will type in your data over there and then press enter. Okay, that data will be fed in to that cell. What is the function of a formula bar? Formula bar is basically this area. This is known as the formula bar. Formula bar is basically the bar which contains the content of the active cell that you are working with. You can modify the content from there, the text from there, or you can write the formula in it which will process the data in that cell, right? So it is used for showing the content or the formula in that particular cell. Amrit's teacher has asked him to create a table of marks he got in his recent exams. He needs to list the subject names and marks obtained of 5 subjects. Which software should Amrit use? Which software should he use? Of course, he should use MS Excel. Right, suggest the column heading he should create in his worksheets. Column headings are basically the headings which you will give over here, and you will write the contents beneath it. So first will be all the names of the subjects he can give: English, Maths, Science, SST, whichever subjects he wants to write it marks for. So he will give the names of the columns as his subject names, right? And the particular marks he will be feeding will be automatically noted by this subject contains this and particular, and the total also can be there. I suppose we are clear with this chapter. We are clear with the concepts of what is MS Excel all about, how do we save it, how do we open a new one, how do we open the already saved one, how do we close it, and how do we enter the data in it. Any questions, you can write it in the comment. Until then, happy learning.